In 1959, under the direction of the Japanese Provisional Conference of the United Methodist Church, Reverend Peter Chen was appointed to organize and establish a church in the Gardena area to serve the spiritual needs of a growing Japanese American population. The first worship service of the Gardena Community Methodist Church was held at Holly Park Methodist Church with 20 adults and 20 children in attendance. 4 months later, on May 15, 1960, 44 founding members formally organized the church and made the decision to relocate to the Spanish American Institute, located in Gardena, California. The first year ended with 99 charter members. 165 children were enrolled in the Sunday school program. It soon became apparent that this newly chartered congregation needed its own facility to accommodate its growing ministry. The site chosen for the new church home was on Rosecrans near Normandy Avenue. On February 22, 1962, the groundbreaking ceremony took place for the future North Gardena United Methodist Church. On August 5, 1962, the newly constructed education and multi-purpose building was consecrated. On August 7, 1968, with a successful pledge drive and the help of the United Methodist Board of Missions, the sanctuary construction began. The completed sanctuary was consecrated on February 2, 1969, by Bishop Gerald Kennedy and District Superintendent Melvin Talbert. In 1978, a Japanese-language Nichigo ministry was started by Reverend Bob Hoshibata, now Bishop Hoshibata. The ministry was later renamed Nihongo Bu, and in 1989, a full-time pastor was hired to help develop and expand its outreach to the surrounding communities. In the ensuing years, the demographics of Gardena began to change, with many Japanese Americans moving to Torrance and other South Bay cities. During the 1980s, the church began to experience a decline in attendance and had to evaluate how to best meet this challenge. The decision was made to explore the possibility of finding a new location. In late 1994, the members of North Gardena United Methodist Church took a leap of faith and sold their church without knowing where their journey for a new home would lead them. After the sale of the UMC building, members found a temporary home at First United Methodist Church of Torrance, where they worshiped from September 3, 1995 to June 1, 1997. During that time, the members of UMC felt blessed for the love and hospitality we received from our temporary church family, First UMC of Torrance. The next step was to actively explore possible sites for a new home. After a long search, the Machinist Union building in North Torrance was purchased. The building required extensive renovation, which was made possible through the faithful giving of members and friends. The membership chose Faith United Methodist Church as its new name, and the first worship service was held on June 1, 1997, followed by a consecration service on June 29, 1997, with Bishop Roy Sano officiating. Thanks to the grace of God, growth soared and many new ministries developed. To meet the needs of a growing congregation, a second English worship service was added. The duplex next to the main building was purchased in 1994 and named the Peter Chen Annex. The renovation of the education wing of the building was made possible with a second successful capital campaign. The church continued to grow, and in May 2005, we were blessed by a merger with Gardena First United Methodist Church, which brought its rich history of over 100 years to join that of North Gardena UMC and Faith UMC. The unification of these two churches has been glorious. As Faith United Methodist Church, we have experienced many blessings, as we have seen God working in us and through us in our ministries. Potlucks. Church potlucks have always been a cherished part of the church fellowship. They help folks get to know each other better. There was always a great variety of food, and in many cases showcased the culinary talents of our church members. Picnics. Just like the potlucks, picnics were a fellowship opportunity. Kids got to be kids, and for the adults, it was also their chance to be kids once again. Craft Affair. The Craft Affair started off as an idea by Reverend Adams in 1976, who thought that the members of the church, mainly the women, could display and share their talents through their beautiful crafts. At the time, he thought it would also be a great way to increase the church's income. In time, this became the forerunner for the current Matsuri, featuring foods and crafts. In the 50 years, it never rained on this event. Many a year it rained the day before or the day after, but never on the day of the event. Thanks be to God.